We've got a serious pile of dirt to move today. This section needs to be cleared before we can start grading the next part of the yard, and the RC loader's up for the challenge. Let's fire it up and get to work. Oh, and this is my first voiceover on the channel, so if it sounds a little rough, hey, we're learning together. The machines aren't the only thing that need tuning. So this mountain of dirt here, yeah, it was supposed to be a small pile. You know how that goes. 1 minute you're testing the excavator, next you've built your own version of Mount Rushmore in the backyard. Figured I should finally clean it up before my wife starts asking when the real landscapers are showing up. Spoiler alert, they already did. They're just 1/14th scale. The plan is simple. Load it up, haul it away, make it look like I know what I'm doing. Honestly, half the fun is just seeing how much dirt these little machines can move. It's weirdly satisfying, right? This loader might be tiny, but it's got some muscle. You can see it dig in, lift the bucket, trundle off like it's clocking in for a real shift. Meanwhile, I'm out here narrating to a pile of dirt, living the dream. I've got a nice little system going now. Scoop, haul, dump, repeat. It's not fast, but neither am I on the treadmill or on a Saturday morning before coffee, so we're even. You can probably tell I'm not going for a construction site realism here. I'm just out here having fun, making a mess, pretending I'm running my own little earth-moving company. It's backyard therapy. And honestly, this voiceover thing feels kind of right. Usually I just let the machines do the talking, but I thought it might be fun to bring you along for the ride. If you ever started a small project that somehow turned into a multi-week excavation, you know exactly how this feels. At this point, I'm half expecting the HOA to ask for blueprints to this garden. But jokes aside, it's just satisfying to see progress one bucket at a time. I get into a rhythm and the rest of the world kind of disappears. My wife comes out and tells me what time it is, that I gotta go to work. Some of the world's slowest construction site progress you've seen. Anyway, that's the plan for today. I'm going to move as much dirt as I can with the loader, and then I'm going to bring in the excavator for some more work. While I finish up with the loader, hit the like button, and maybe subscribe if you want to keep updated with the project. Here comes the star of the show, the RC excavator rolling in like it just clocked in for a late shift. I like to imagine it's thinking, oh great, another day cleaning up after the loader. This thing's basically my right-hand machine, reliable and strong. Now that's a shot. You can't tell me that doesn't look cool. Alright, so here's where it gets a little tricky. I try to work the bucket teeth as close to the wall as I can. The tricky part here is the dirt that's close to the wall is actually really hard for some reason, so it doesn't always come up on the first pass. I gotta kind of scrape it out. So you see here, I'm gonna scrape the ground a little bit to get that first top layer off, and then I'll go back in for some more. But the finesse part here is about how to get the bucket teeth like close to the wall without hitting the wall, because the excavator's not strong enough to just scrape all the dirt off the wall at once. You gotta like go in multiple passes. So you see me moving the excavator about. That's to try to get just in the right spot where you're able to dig, but you're not pulling the excavator towards the wall too. So it's tricky to get just the right angle and the right distance away where you're at pretty much full arm extension of the excavator while also not hitting the wall. Here's quite the angle. I'm not sure what genius thought this one up, but my idea was basically to get some action shots of the excavator scraping up the wall as I showed. So you'll see me getting buckets and getting close to the wall, but the entire time I'm just piling up dirt in front of the excavator. So I ended up kind of scrapping the whole shot or scrubbing the whole shot. So you can't really see the excavator. You can just kind of see it peeking out behind the pile of dirt. But it all works out because it gets some pretty good shots of what I was talking about, how the dirt against the wall is pretty hard and you gotta get the teeth of the bucket up against it just in the right angle. And once I finish with that, I bring the loader back in and we clear out some of the dirt. We clear out this big pile. It does take a minute, but it's pretty satisfying to see that pile of dirt build up and then slowly get carried away.
Alright, hope you like some of those shots. Here's the picture of the dig site after today's work. We made a good amount of progress on this corner here.